Hey, TikTok. Hey, everybody. We are going to go live. Hey, everybody. This is Heather Vickery. Welcome to Live with Heather Vickery. I'm so excited today to talk to you about failure, which isn't a thing. It's only feedback, and I am ready for a revolution. How about you? All right. So we are live on all of the platforms. We're on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, all the places. So glad you're here with us. For those of you who are new, welcome. I am a transformational success coach, and my job is to help you build a foundation of enoughness and worthiness from the inside out to finally come home to yourself and belong to yourself first. Because you know what? You're not broken. You don't need to get fixed. Stop worrying about what's happening out there and what everybody else thinks you should be doing or how they've been successful. Let's bring it all back in, show up for yourself, connect with your inner voice, connect with your intuition, and from there, build that foundation. Hey, Kat, it's so good to see you here. Welcome. Kat is a former Coach on Call client and a member of the Spark Collective. So glad to have her here. It's always good to see all of you here. Hello, everybody. I do balance reading comments and checking in on all three. I can see comments on LinkedIn, Facebook. I can see comments everywhere. So if I'm going back and forth a little bit, that's why, forgive me, I may just take a pause and check the different platforms for questions. So excited to be here with you today. Y'all, you know this. This is not news. I'm not the first person to tell you that there is no failure, only feedback. But what I do want to share with you is that the science backs that up. In NLP, neuro linguistic programming, we can clearly see how the more we've done something, the easier it is to do it again, and you can do it differently. If you look at Angela Duckworth's research on grit and resilience, resiliency is the only key indicator about whether or not you'll be successful. I shouldn't say the only, it's the main key indicator as to whether or not you will be successful. And the reason for that is because it doesn't matter how much skill or talent you have, it's whether or not you learn from your experiences and get up and do it again differently. Everything that happens in your life is feedback, literally everything. And feedback is valuable. Now, it can be scary. I fully understand how feedback can be terrifying. There was definitely a time in my life where I was just going to pretend like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know if it's good. I don't want to know if it's bad. If I find out, then I have to do something about it or I have to feel a certain way about it. And it's only been through real self growth work, self love work, which is what I help people do, that I have been able to recognize that feedback is such a powerful gift. Feedback allows you to completely reorient yourself, shift your perspective. It's a transformative tool for elevating yourself, for trusting yourself, and for growing. Growth mindset has to include feedback. If it doesn't include feedback, you're going to stay really stuck. And, I've worked with so many clients who also are afraid to ask for feedback. In fact, one of them, Liz, is featured in my book, Fuck Fearless, which, depending on where you're sitting, you could see it right over my shoulder. She's one of the case studies. And I love this story because when Liz first came to me, this was many years ago, all she wanted to do was make enough money to be able to cover the mortgage for her family. And in the state that she lived in, that wasn't a huge amount of money, but that was going to alleviate so much tension and so much stress. So we started working together. And about 6 months in, I said, have you reached this goal yet? Are you making enough money to cover your mortgage? And she goes, well, I don't know. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? I don't want to know. I get it. Money can be tricky. Finances are tricky. And sometimes it feels so much easier to put your head in the sand and pretend like, I'm not going to look. I don't want to look. I don't want to know, because she was afraid to discover that she wasn't meeting that goal, that all the work she'd put in wasn't getting her where she wanted to go. But guess what? She did look, And not only had she reached that goal, she had exceeded that goal. So, reassessment, reframing, that provides feedback, right? So many different ways to invite feedback into your life. Once she knew that, she felt like such a badass, right? Yeah, she was covering the mortgage and then some. It taught her so many lessons about going ahead and looking at the truth, looking at the numbers, asking the hard question. As a coach, as a mentor, as somebody who runs group programs, asking my clients for feedback can be one of the most terrifying things that I've ever done, but it can also be one of the most wonderful things that I've ever done. And it often is. I learned so much. I can either shift and elevate something that people want more of or less of, that they liked or didn't like. But I can also learn that people are loving the work. They're loving what I'm doing and they want more of it. And that's what I hear of more than anything. It just takes kind of the guts to want to sit in that space. One of the things that we learn in NLP, the old tradition, the old trajectory is ready, aim, fire, right? You're going to get ready. You're going to get your eyes on the prize, on the mark, and then you're going to fire, right? That's not actually how it should work. It's not actually how it does work. Even if you try that, if that's what you think you're doing, the truth is the way that we grow and expand is to be ready, fire, aim. You got to get ready. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm ready. Let's go. You got to take your shot, right? Shoot your shot and then see where it lands. I mean, you can make an informed shot to some degree. Let's see where it lands. Does it get you right where you want to go? How close does it get you? What tweaks and adjustments do you want to make? Then you can aim. And then you can aim really well. And then you can go, yeah, that's the thing I want. That's the thing I want more of. That's the direction I want to go. Let's fucking go. Ready, fire, aim. I would love to know from all of you in the audience, whether you're watching this live or you're watching the replay, what is it that you're avoiding doing because you don't think you have what it takes to start? And what would happen if you just fucking started and you shot your shot and then you recalibrated, you realigned, you reconnected when you use those R's from the Brave method: reassessment, reframing, resilience, get up and do it again differently. There is no failure, only feedback, right? There is no failure, only feedback. This is how you cultivate a growth mindset. Y'all, it's got to be trial and error. I want you to set a goal for something in the coming week, whether it's a new strategy at work, a new way to connect with your friends or family, a new hobby. Doesn't matter. It can be anything. I want you to set a goal for something to try within the next week, something new for you. And I want you to just start it, attempt. And then on that path, in that space, you can gather feedback. You can refine your approach. Perfection is not the goal, learning is. Progress is always better than perfection. And perfection is the enemy of progress, right? I'm just like dropping everybody else's one-liners left and right here today. But this is what you have to do if you want to deconstruct your fear of failure. And for those of you who've been around for a long time, and some of you here have been, failure isn't something to be afraid of, but fear can be your friend. Fear either owns you or empowers you, right? Fear is nothing more than information. Find out what you're deeply afraid of and get cozy with it. Take it apart and ask yourself, what is it I'm actually afraid of? It's very rarely the first thing that you think of when you're like, what am I afraid of? That's probably not the thing. It's deeper, layers and layers and layers deeper. You're afraid of feeling silly. Is that really it? You're afraid of not being wanted. Is that really it? That goes on. We can dig deep. We can go layer after layer after layer and find out what the issue actually is. And once you know it, there's some really cool systems and techniques to get clear on how to embrace that fear. It either owns you or empowers you. The choice is yours. It can exist. Fear is a natural human emotion. Fear does exist. It totally exists. It's a real thing. You don't need to hide from it. You don't need to be ashamed of it, but you can put it in your pocket and do the goddamn thing anyway. You can learn from your fear and do beautiful, magical things. So, here are just some quick ways that you can embrace feedback over failure, embrace your fear. I want you to reassess and reevaluate your goals regularly on a consistent basis. Set aside time on a daily, weekly, monthly, annually, quarterly basis to go, what am I doing? Is it still what I want to be doing? Am I getting the results that I want? If not, what do you need to start doing, stop doing, change? I actually have a great worksheet for that. Those of you who are part of the Spark Collective, I'd be happy to share this with you. If you're, my one-on-one clients have seen this one a lot, but I love the vision to action worksheet. In fact, maybe we'll do a little mini course. Would my Spark Collective folks like that? Would you like a little mini course on, um, you know, taking your vision and putting it into action? That's a good thing. That's what we do in the Spark Collective. Every month, I give a mini course or guided EFT tapping, visualization, all sorts of different things that you can show up and do for yourself in less than 15 minutes. Super important to know that you can build a foundation of worthiness, enoughness, of liking and trusting yourself from the inside out. You can do that in just a few minutes a day, just a few days a week. You don't have to commit hours and hours and hours. This is the compound effect, right? The compound effect. Folks, I want you to embrace the ready, fire, aim approach. This philosophy helps you get into action. It helps you gather feedback and then adjust your aim accordingly. And by doing so, you then become more adaptable and more resilient and prepared for the ever changing landscape of your own personal and professional life. It's not about where you start, it's about what you learn along the way. And I love that. So excited to share this with you. Obviously, I'm like pumped up. Such a fun topic. And yeah, okay. So, what else is going on in my world? For those of you who have been following along, I put this on TikTok and then I think I shared it too. Instagram and Facebook. I have manifested a massive, beautiful dream for myself, which I'm so proud of and so excited about. Retreats are coming to Vickery and Co. this year. They are in the works. We already have wait lists up for 4 different locations on the website. So what does a wait list mean? A wait list means you're interested in the time of year and the location. It doesn't have any other information yet. I am asking you, if you're curious and you want to know more, jump on that wait list. So we're doing something in Raleigh. I think it's going to be Raleigh with my friend Dr. Erin. Y'all, I love Dr. Erin. This particular event is specifically for queer women and AFAB folk. So if that speaks to you, it's all about embodiment. That's going to be, I think, in Raleigh in the spring. We are going to the Hamptons. We are going to South America. We are going to we're going to France. Y'all, always going to France. France is always where I'm going. And then we're looking to put one as well, West Coast, maybe the Seattle-ish area. Go to vickeryandco.com/events and get your asses on those wait lists. Why? Because the people on the wait list get first dibs, and all of these retreats are small, intimate affairs. We are serving probably less than 10 people per retreat, maybe even less than that, depending on the venue that we select. So they are very special, very cozy, very intimate. They're all different types of embodiment, really getting cozy with yourself, really loving yourself, building your self confidence, building your self awareness. I'm so excited. It's so, so, so yummy. And I have been manifesting this for years. Speaking of manifesting, next week is first Friday of the month. And every first Friday, we do the Manifestation Power Hour. It's where we come together for an hour and dream out loud together and make our dreams come true. Those who come to the Manifestation Power Hour every month know I have been talking about retreats for a long fucking time. Yes, y'all. Set those sights, ready, fire, aim. Go get it. Go get started. So it's totally free. Come and hang out with us. You can find all the links in all of my places. You can register for the Manifestation Power Hour. The reason you have to register is so that I can send you the link and send you a reminder so that you can come. You're not going to want to miss it. The Manifestation Power Hour is so much fun. And I love the people who join us in that space. And they're ready to stake claim to their dreams and their desires and begin to move into action. Ready, fire, aim, for sure. Also, next week, we have the Welcome to the Fire retreat, which I am going to be a human design guide on. Really excited about that. And we might still have a couple spots open. So if you are anywhere near, Michigan, Wisconsin, Illinois, and you are free the first weekend in February, maybe you want to come to the Welcome to the Fire event. I'm pretty sure we can still sneak you in. Send me a DM and we will find out if this is a good fit for you. Really excited about that. You can also see all the details on my website for Welcome to the Fire. And if you are local, Chica- Chicago, Oak Park, Berwyn, River Forest, Forest Park, that area, Chicagoland area. Um, the second Tuesday of every month, we have healing circles. Ooh, I do these with Natalie Walsh. I love Natalie. She is an intuitive guide and a Reiki master. And we just started this in January. It's been amazing. We had such a beautiful community. So come and hang out with us there as well. Again, all of these things you can get all the information on my website, vickeryandco.com/events. That's where you get all those goodies. This is so much fun. All right, I'm going to pull a Create Brave card. For those of you who are new, the Create Brave cards are a deck of manifestation cards that are here to help you look at creating your dreams in unique ways. They're sort of here to maybe call you out. What are you hiding from? What are you avoiding? What's not working for you? And instead, embrace um, a creative mindset so you can manifest all of your dreams and the things that you want to come true. I co created these with my friend Rachel, and I love Rachel. She was actually over yesterday. She got to see my new office space for the first time. And we talked for 3 hours. How grateful am I for the type of friends that you don't get to see as often as you'd like, but when you do, you can just spend hours and hours and hours in each other's company and feel so connected and so loved and so peaceful and happy. Rachel, I adore you. So I hope everybody gets to do that. All right. So whenever I pull a Create Brave card, I am pulling them for all of us, right? What is the message that is here for me and for you today? And in that message, within that message, what are you going to do? What action are you going to take? Ready, fire, aim to create the things that you most desire. Ooh, I always shuffle whether it's a tarot card, oracle card, affirmation card, until the universe tells me what card to pick. And this one literally flipped over. Empathy. Empathy. I feel the needs of others and it helps me guide and support them. So the Create Brave card comes with a booklet. Let's see what the booklet says about empathy. I feel the needs of others and it helps me guide and support them. Feeling the needs and emotions of others is very powerful. By listening to others' perspectives, you have the ability to grow and change. Outside experiences can help shape our own stories too. Who do you need to listen to right now? Is there someone you could empathize with that would enhance your own growth? While empathy is a gift, be mindful of empathy overload. This is really important, y'all. Make sure that you're protecting yourself from other people's feelings, from other people's expectations, and from other people's needs. You can be empathetic to the needs and emotions of others without depleting your own stash. Y'all, so important. Protect yourself with strong boundaries and know your own limits. Here's the Create Brave prompt. It's a thing you can go out and do right now. Who are the people with whom you have empathy links? Which of those links would you like to strengthen? And which of those links would you like to release? So important. Such a powerful conversation. Do you want to have more empathy links with these folks or fewer? I love it. I love y'all. I'm so excited to be here today. I want to hear all about how you are embracing feedback, ditching the idea of failure. Everything is feedback. Everything you do provides feedback. This is how you grow. Ready, fire, aim. I want to hear all about it. Please send me a message. I hope to see you at one of the retreats, at the Manifestation Power Hour, at the Healing Circle next week, every Thursday, 11 a.m. Central. I am live with Heather Vickery. Come back next week. Bring your friends. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all, I am Heather Vickery, and I'm here to remind you to go out today and every day and choose bravely because you are worth it. Bye now.